Hey everyone, it's Bailey from Making Up the Midwest, and sometimes in the winter my eyes get dry. So dry that I need to wear glasses, so I thought I would share with you my tips and tricks for how I change up my makeup to wear glasses. You know, when you have spectacles covering half your face. So let's get started. Today I'm using Balm Shelter Tinted Moisturizer from the brand The Balm, and I'm buffing that in with my Real Techniques brush all over my face. Because so much of my face is covered up when I wear glasses, I really want to make sure to have a perfect complexion, though, so this is the first step in the process to achieving that. Then I'm just going in and concealing everything with the Balm's Time Balm Concealer. This is my trusty Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush that I use to buff that in all over my under eye area, and then also use to go in and correct any redness, blemishes, redness around the nose, all that jazz. To set all that, I am using my Almay Wake Up Hydrating Makeup and my Sigma Tapered Face Brush. This is the F25, and I like to use this because of the way it fits in my under eye area. It works perfectly to set not only my face, but it also fits really nicely under my eyes to set my concealer. Now for the eyes, this is MAC's Painterly Paint Pot. We all know it, we all love it. Using that to prime all over my lid as well as my brow bone up to underneath my eyebrow. So to create this matte look, I'm using the Stila in the Know palette, which is a completely matte palette, and I highly recommend it. I'm starting off with the shade Air, which is this lightest matte cream shade, and I'm putting that on my inner corner as well as my brow bone. Then going into Desert, which is this medium camel color, I'm placing that on right from the middle of the lid all the way to the outer corner. And last for shadows, I'm going into Rain, which is slightly deeper and a little more taupe, and using that to define my crease. And this is just a flat shader brush from e.l.f. that I'm using. And to define my eyes, I'm using my Skin Waterproof Smudge Stick in the shade Egyptian Clay. I've really been loving these, they're just super creamy. Smudging that along my upper lash line, taking care not to be too clean with it because I'm only going to go in and smudge it. I also like to apply this to the outer third of my eye just for definition, but I don't go too far in because I feel like glasses overwhelm the eye area of my face as it is, so I don't want to further close it off by taking liner all the way into my inner corner. Then you can see I'm just taking this angled brush by e.l.f. and I'm using it to smudge that out and create a super soft, super blended cat eye. Then for mascara, I'm using the Maybelline 1x1 Volume Express, and when I wear glasses, I try and find a mascara that doesn't clump because it just creates added clutter and adds added busyness in the eye area. Now I don't always fill my brows in because I have naturally thicker eyebrows, but when I wear glasses, brow filling is a must because it helps create some extra structure and really helps frame that part of your face. In addition to clear skin, I also like to have really sculpted features whenever I wear glasses. Because my eyes are covered up, all the focus I feel like is on the face. So this is Laura Geller's Tahitian Glow Body Frosting, and I'm using that to contour with my Real Techniques contour brush. radiant complexion, I'm going in with a shimmery blush. This is Milani's Berry Amore. Last for the face, I'm using the highlighter from this blush highlighter duo from Beauty For Real, placing that on all the places you put highlight. Now this is a Maybelline lip gloss. I don't know, it's from my last haul. I don't know what it is though because all of the info was on the packaging that I threw away. So I will put all the info, if I can find it, in the description bar below. Otherwise, just look for a pink, cherry kind of pinky red gloss, and that's what this is. Alright, so that is your finished look. Just don't forget your glasses. I hope you enjoyed hearing some of these tips and tricks, and I hope you enjoyed the look whether you are a glasses wearer or not. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Bye!